Pretty good, yeah.
Can we turn mine on here? I don't want to be left out in the corner here like I was in school when I was a kid growing up, so.
No worries.
Good.
Okay, I guess we can begin.
Okay.
We're all set here? Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to open up the call to order, open up the special magistrate hearings. It's 9 a.m. Wednesday, April 16th, 2025 in Pembroke Park. What I'm going to do is read a statement about how these hearings are going to occur. For those of you that have been here, you've heard this before, but try not to go to sleep, okay? You'll hear it again. If you haven't been here, you'll just be educated, and this is fundamentally how it'll go. Welcome for being here. If you could turn off any cellular phones or put them on silence or reduce the volume, very much appreciated. If your cell phone has a medical device on it, do not turn it off. We want to make sure that you're breathing, and if your whatever thing goes down or up, you'll know about it and the like. So in that regard, do not turn it off. No weapons are allowed here in chambers or anywhere within these facilities. In all issues that may come before the magistrate, we ask that everyone show respect, listening quietly, each person speaking, and that everyone refrain from any clapping, heckling, or verbal outbursts in favor or in opposition to a speaker. These are hearings conducted by the city special magistrate, purpose of which is to give any alleged violators the opportunity to contest the decision of the code enforcement officer, which resulted in the issuance of a civil violation notice. These hearings are conducted via quasi-judicial manner, and as a special magistrate, I'm assigned to hear them today. If I didn't mention, my name's Harry Hippler. I'm the one today to hear this. Our responsibility is to act like a judge in a court, but I'm not a judge, where I'm a magistrate with restricted jurisdiction in these cases, and to hear contradictory arguments presented by the alleged violators. These hearings are open to the public, of course. It is required that all persons who testify as to the facts of the case be placed under oath, including the code enforcement officers, which I'll do after this. Hearings will not be conducted in accordance with the formal rules relating to evidence and witnesses. Any relevant evidence will be admitted if I find it to be competent and reliable, regardless of the existence of any common law or statutory rule to the contrary. All documentary evidence must be submitted for placement in the hearing file, which means that if you have a document, you refer to it, please give it to the court, to the magistrate's clerk, so that it can be put in the file, and that's for your benefit as well, so it'll be part of the record. No documentary evidence will be considered unless the alleged violator or code enforcement officer submits a copy for the hearing file. Each party has a right to call and examine witnesses, introduce exhibits, to cross-examine opposing witnesses on any matter relevant to the issues at hand, even though that matter was not covered in the direct examination. Also to impeach any witnesses, regardless of which party first called him or her to testify and to rebut the evidence against him or her. It is my responsibility to make findings of fact based on the evidence of record. The fact-finding determinations of a magistrate are limited to whether the alleged violation occurred, and if so, whether the person named in the civil violation notice can be held responsible for that violation. I may also modify the decision of the code enforcement officer as to the time for correction contained in the civil violation notice, even though said time is rebuttably presumed to be reasonable and accurate. I have the authority to assess and order the payment of civil penalties and fines, issue orders having the force of law to command whatever steps are necessary to bring a violation into compliance and to assess administrative costs in order to make a finding upholding the code enforcement officer's decision, I must find that there is substantial competent evidence that the named violator was responsible for a violation of the relevant section of the code as charged. If I affirm the decision of the code inspector, my order will specify the amount of the civil fine and penalty administrative costs of the hearing, not less than $100 if assessed, and I usually almost always assess $100 for costs, and the date by which the violation must be corrected to prevent resumption of continuing violation penalties, if any. An aggrieved party, including the city, may appeal a final order of a special magistrate to the Circuit Court, Broward County. Such appeal is not a hearing de novo, but shall be limited to appellate review of the record created before the special magistrate. What that means is what the record shows is what you can appeal, and you don't get to go in front of another hearing officer in the circuit court. So this is your hearing or mini trial, or call it whatever you want. An appeal shall be filed within 30 calendar days of the issuance of the order sought to be overturned. If you are found guilty of the civil violation charge, you'll be assessed an administrative fee of $100. The city representative code officer will present their case first, and you have an opportunity to cross-examine, and then you'll tell me what you want me to know and what you want to testify to. I'll consider the evidence and render a decision after all arguments are heard. If I find in favor of the city, then what I'll do is you'll have time to comply before a per diem of anywhere from $50 to $250 to $500 per day can be assessed. Okay, at this time, well, I'll swear in. If anybody's gonna testify, if you could raise your right hand. If you want to stand, fine. If you don't, just raise your right hand. Sir in the white shirt, are you going to testify? Are you going to testify? Are you going to testify? Then raise your right. Sir, okay, everybody, please. Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, please?
I do.
Okay, great. All right. I'll go ahead and roll call this time.
Chief Code Compliance Officer Jocelyn Ramirez present.
Aymara Fontalba, Code Compliance Clerk, present.
Harry Hippler, Special Magistrate in these proceedings.
Brian Sherman, Assistant Town Attorney. Code Officer Gene Gustin, present.
Okay, adoption of minutes. If there are any minutes that need to be adopted, if I haven't signed off on them, I'll sign off on them.
Not
There-
at this time.
Okay, then I'll adopt those. Okay, any adoption of agenda, deferrals, additions, modifications.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Go ahead.
Okay, we would like to enter the adoptions of agenda, deferrals, addition, and
Gene, can you please speak into the mic?
we would like to enter the adoptions of the agenda, deferrals, addition, and modification. Section 5.1, case number 9231, removed from the agenda, respondent complied before hearing. Section 5.2, case number 10382, removed from the agenda, respondent complied before hearing date. Section 5.3, case number 10629, removed from the agenda, respondent complied before the hearing date.
Okay, anything else?
No.
Okay, I already swore in. I did it earlier. It doesn't matter. Everyone's sworn in. I think that's it. I'll defer to the city as to which cases to be called. I see a gentleman there with a tie. If you're a lawyer, we'll call you last. No, I'm kidding. We'll call you first. Okay? All right? Go ahead.
All right, we have counsel here, so it's case 8786.
Okay, is that what number, if you wouldn't mind?
8.3.
8.3. Okay, thank you. Go ahead, if you could.
Morning, Special Magistrate. We're here on this code compliance issue for the air conditioning units at the Lake Villa Apartments. This has been an ongoing issue. Nice to see you again.
Same likewise, you know.
So just to give you an update, we have been going back and forth with the building department over the approval of the permits. We can't have inspections done until the permits are approved.
Right.
Latest round of comments was submitted, so we're still waiting on the approval from the building department before the inspections can be scheduled. We also do not have any input yet from the town as to how these inspections are going to be conducted for the roughly, 174 air conditioning units?
154 units.
154 units. We would like to use a third-party provider to do the inspections, as we think that would be more efficient and convenient, but unfortunately the town hasn't given approval for that, so we still need some sort of guidance from the building department as to how these inspections will be conducted before
Right.
this can be closed.
So there's a,
Excuse me, I don't
I'm
mean
sorry,
to
go ahead.
interrupt. I just want Officer Jean to present his case first.
I'm
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. There's been a final order entered already. Okay, all right.
The first case on agenda is section 8.3, case number 8786. Code Officer Gene Gustin for the town of Pembroke Park, case number 8786, property owner Lake Villa Associates LTD, site address 2300 to 2490 South Park Road, Pembroke Park, Florida. The hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail on March 25th, 2025, and posted to the property on April 4th, 2025, and Town Hall on April 4th, 2025. The initial inspection date of notice of violation was issued on August 4th, 2023. This is a repeated violation related to case number 5518, and the final order has been entered to the record. The property is still not in compliance, so is a town motion to confirm the fine amount of $20,150.
Okay, so there's been a final order, non-compliance. That's what's been accrued thus far. So it's not an initial hearing to confirm fine. Okay, can you educate them to tell them when do you think, they want to use a private outfit. I'm not sure if the town can allow that. I'll defer to our esteemed city attorney on that. Yeah, I'm not sure, unless you want to maybe move things along, but I think it needs to be approved by city staff, but I'll defer on that.
Mr. Hippler, if I may, Brian Sherman, Assistant Town Attorney. As far as, again, there's the hearing before here, as far as what you want to do as to
Yeah.
certify or not certify the lien. We do have a new building official in the town who's been diligently getting up to speed. So as far as the private provider, there are the applicable statutes and procedures that are in place. So it's not, those just need to be followed when in the appropriate circumstances. But as far as the building department, we can assist them as far as getting connected with the building department and proceeding forward through that process, whichever way they wish to go with private provider or to have the city inspections.
Okay, you got that? All right. Okay, so it's a motion to confirm fine. So based on my recollection of the law here, I really don't have jurisdiction, in my opinion, to do anything but just confirm the fine. What you can do is to move this thing along and come back for a future mitigation. And the city is really gracious about that, about what they will reduce it in light of what's going on. So what you want to say something, either of you or both of you? So.
Issuing a fine?
The fine has already been issued. They're confirming it today. The fine has already been issued. They're confirming it.
How could a fine be issued when they won't issue us the permits?
Submitted.
Can we appeal this?
Yes. So for the time being, we would object to the confirmation of the fine simply because a lot of the delay here has been in receiving comments to the permit applications from the building department, and so we'd like to reserve that argument for later date. For the time being, we would just ask for guidance from the city attorney's office regarding having these permits approved and inspected so that this matter can be closed.
Okay,
Even the city is saying that it could take months for even the inspections to happen, only because they only can do electrical inspections after 5:30 p.m. And they have to go into people's apartments, and then it's 152 units. If they do 5 units a day, that's how many days?
Okay, when, could someone give me an idea when anyone thinks this can be done with the new building official? I mean, if you know, because I can see their argument, I can see the town's argument as well. So what I want to do is try to move it along, what, anyone want to add anything here from?
We actually have the building manager here who may be able to put some pieces together.
Yeah, can you
This
come
is
up?
regarding Lake Villas, the 100, what was the number?
152.
152 AC units, and what can they do to complete the work?
First, can I be sworn in?
Oh, yes, sure, let me do that. Okay, you want to raise it? Do you affirm and swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes. Jeffrey Lewis, building manager for the town of Pembroke Park. In regards to Lake Villas with the AC units, yes, they are in the process of completing the AC units. They recently turned in the AC data sheets just recently, so we can go ahead and do the review. So we can go ahead and get that completed. First time ever hearing about a private provider to do those inspections. No paperwork has ever been filed, nor has anyone inquired about that.
Okay,
That's one. Secondly, in order to do the inspections, yes, we can go ahead and arrange with our electrical and mechanical chiefs in order to make a schedule and a time frame in order to get these moved as quickly as possible. But that would come towards once the permit has been issued.
okay, about the private providers, are there any forms?
There are forms that needs to be approved by the building official in order to accept that private provider to do inspections. But since this was already in plan review prior to, we'll have to double check to make sure it's allowable.
Okay, there's some forms, okay, that you can receive. What I'm going to do in light of this, okay, can you give me a guesstimate how long this may take to get everything taken care of, with or without the private providers here? If it's without the private providers, it may take a bit longer. If it's with the private providers, it may be shorter. I know they want to minimize the per diem, which is how much per day is a per diem?
It's a confirmation of fine. So the confirmation of fine, hold on here.
I believe it's $350 a day because it's a repeat violation.
Yeah, but the confirmation of fine was $20,150.
But that I know, but it was 350 on a repeat. So what's your guesstimate? And I don't mind you going, this is not going to be binding on anyone. I just want to get
Right.
an idea how long
Correct.
it
They're
will take.
currently in plan review with the mechanical application. So I would say most likely a week by the time we get the comments back or if it's been approved.
Okay, a week to get everything approved, or no? That's
Under
just-
the review process.
Okay. And once that happens, is they going to be able to get their permits?
If everything is approved, then yes, they'll be able to get their permits. If they have comments, then they have to go back and have that
Right. Okay.
corrected.
If they get their permits, what's the next step?
Then the next steps would go ahead and to do the work and then do the inspections.
All right.
So
and
they'll
how-
give us a call to let us know when they're ready for their inspections and we'll arrange it with our electrical chief.
Okay, and how long would it take you to do the work? Do you
I'm sorry if I may. The work has already been completed. These are after the fact
after the
permits.
fact? Okay, that's what okay.
The part of the concern here is that we've been trying to obtain this information and obtain these approvals since a year and a half
Yeah.
at this point.
Okay, I know, but the problem also is that it's after the fact. They shouldn't
Yes.
have done it. And I know, it's okay. I'm not condemning anybody. It's life in the big or small city everywhere, okay? It happens. It's, so, okay, what I'm going to do is, you think in 60 days this can all be accomplished?
It depends entirely on the inspections, and this is what we've been saying since the fall, since coming here
Yeah.
for prior hearings,
Right.
is that we're ready for the inspections, the work is done, the paperwork has been submitted.
Okay.
It's a matter of how quickly can inspections be conducted, and that's
Okay.
something we haven't received an answer on.
And you said within, what, 7 or 10 days, that can be,
For the plan review process.
okay, plan review. All right, and if they approve that, or if they have some minor, we hope, modifications, then they'll have to do it to modify it. Okay, what I'm going to do is,
Well,
you want to say anything else? Anyone? Oh, no.
at this time, it's just a hearing to confirm fine.
I understand, but the fine can continue to run, and if I continue this for 30 days or 60 days, we're not going to have it starting over again. It's going to continue to run. There wouldn't be necessarily any prejudice, because if the fines continue to run at the end, it could still be confirmed, and then they can come back for a mitigation. On the other hand, if I confirm the fine, then the same thing will happen, all right? They can come back for a mitigation at whatever it is, 80% or 85%, which is the going rate. And whoever the magistrate is, if it's me, sometimes I reduce it even further, depending, because if the amount and the like. So those are the two options as I see them. But if this thing should be over with, say, if it's approved in 10 days or 30 days or whatever, I don't see any prejudice whether I go ahead and assess the fine or continue it, because it's still going to continue to accrue. Okay?
If I may,
Sure.
what we've heard is 7 to 10 days to approve the permits, but there's still the matter of inspecting each and every one of the units.
I know.
And we still don't have an answer on how long that's going to take, if that's
Okay.
going to be.
Well, Mr. Hippler,
process.
Go ahead.
Not at that point.
If I may, I mean, as far as it's your decision, if you want to continue, that's fine, as far as keeping everything on the status quo. But, Mr. Gustin, when was the initial application for the permits submitted?
February of this year.
Okay, so understanding it hasn't necessarily been an extended review process. If there's comments back and forth between, essentially, we're at 2 months
Yeah.
now, especially for 150 units. Again, if you want to continue the case, that's fine. But this case has been going on since when, Mr. Gustin?
February 27th, 2025.
No. When is the case now?
Oh, the case, it initiated back in, hold on here. August 4th, 2023.
Okay.
Just as a minor correction, the applications came in probably in the timeframe of October, November
Of last year.
of last year.
Okay.
It was processed in February.
The other possibility is that I could, throwing these out, is I like to verbally air them out, see if I can get myself into trouble or whatever. So from 350 a day, I could reduce it to 250 a day and let it continue to accrue. And that'll be some break there for you. But my concern is that this needs to be done. I'm not blaming anybody. It's just that it's a large bunch of 157, right? Is that units?
How many units, Rich?
Units, how many units are involved here? 157? 157.
Right.
I was off by
The mic.
3 or 2, okay, or 4, okay? So,
Mr. Hippler, if I may.
sure.
As far as and I think as far as relief to be granted that would be appropriate for mitigation.
Yeah.
As far as if you want to continue, so we can again work with the new building official as they on board. As far as we would object to the modification of the prior order.
Okay.
But as far as, and I think all these arguments can be considered for mitigation. And then at that point, once it's in compliance, which is one thing that we all want,
Yeah.
then council can present all the information and have it ready. Then the town will be able to present everything and have it ready. So if that's your inclination to continue it, again, that instead of the certification, we all want to get to the same place, but
Right.
I think modification of the prior order would be premature.
Okay, I appreciate that. I'll leave that as, I just threw that out for, that can be subject to a modification, but I'm just throwing stuff out as I'm thinking about. I could continue it for 60 days, but the amount is going to continue to run, okay? Because it does go back some years. It's an after-the-fact violation. It happened. That's life, I understand. So I'll just continue it and see what you can do and where you're going on this. All right. So I won't necessarily, go ahead and confirm the fine now, but I just wanted understood the continuation of this. The 350 per day will continue to run. All right.
For how many days?
Oh, no, it's,
No, that continues.
oh, okay, 30 or 60, what's everyone's pleasure?
The 60 would be our preference, just to allow time to
Is that-
have everything concluded and get all the paperwork together so we can adequately address the mitigation factors.
What does the town say?
It would be 60 days, and that would be June 18.
Okay, you'll come back to me for better or for worse, okay. I'll continue it, and if you need to do a new order or something for that, then you'll do it, but make sure the order says that the amount of fine per diem and what is accrued will continue to accrue, all right? I mean, it's the only way to put teeth in these things, as you know, so your attorney's doing a splendid job, as the city attorney always does, so I'm stuck with him every time, okay, all right, so.
It's your discretion.
I know.
No, it's your discretion.
I'm trying to be
Yeah.
fair. I'm trying to get
Absolutely.
compliance. You know, some of these cases are more difficult than the others. So, 60-day continuance till the next time with me, and then let's see where we are and so forth.
We'll take it from there.
Okay, good job, town, as well. All right, get it done. All right, you know, and no more after the fact matters. Okay, please.
Understood.
All right.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. You might have to mail it to them or whatever, because you're,
It's fine.
okay.
It's not, yeah.
It'll be mailed to you because we need to do a new order,
Yeah,
all right?
we will send it certified, and you can request it via email as well.
Thank you very much.
No
Thank you, good luck, all right.
Mr. Herbler, you want me to call the next case?
Oh, yeah, please, no, I'm ready.
Next one will be the first on the sign-in sheet, which is 8.7 on your docket, 9978. 2099 South Park Road, LLC, 2099 South Park Road, Pembroke Park, Florida. It's hearing to confirm fine.
Hi.
Iris Wooters is signed in.
Great, so what's the number again? My apologies.
8.7.
8.7, great.
Good morning.
What's your name, ma'am?
Iris Wooters.
Okay, please, go ahead, town.
Go ahead, Gus.
Code Officer Gene Gustin for the town of Pembroke Park, case number 9978. Property owner 2099 South Park Road LLC, tenant Evolution Distro LLC, site address 2099 South Park Road, Pembroke Park, Florida. The hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail on March 25th, 2005, and was posted on the property April 4th, 2025, and also posted on the town hall on April 4th, 2025. The initial inspection date was August 5th, 2024. The property is still not in compliance, so it's a town motion to confirm the fine amount of $6,600.
Okay. What would you like to say, ma'am?
Yes, we met last week with plumbing inspector and Ms. Jocelyn to determine what the fixture of the pump or lift station was, and we do need it to replace it. At the time that we were fined or brought to attention, we fixed it without needing a permit. It was parts, so it was working at that time. We were cleared by Broward Health.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Iris. It's not related to that. This is a different case. Jean, can you
This is
say the violations?
for the BTR, business tax receipt,
Sorry,
for Evolution Distro LLC.
that's a totally
It's
different.
8.7 though, right?
Yes.
Damn.
CUs.
You can see it on the screen if you.
Okay, well, that tenant, we have open permits right now, so they can't get a BTR. We have 3 open permits right now, trying to come into compliance before they can apply for their BTR.
Yeah. Okay, this one sounds like anything else from anyone? No? Okay, I am gonna confirm the fine on this one, the $6,600, at whatever amount per day, per diem. And, if the tenant's at fault here, then you need to either get new tenants or you
How
need,
would they be able to apply if there's open permits?
if they have open, they're gonna,
Well, we as an owner, because we were trying to come into compliance with certain things, they ended up moving in.
May
gonna
I?
have to find a way.
Typically, best practice is to get your business tax receipt first, and then you can go ahead and get your permits for any modifications.
Yeah, we didn't have a tenant at the time, so it was a completely empty warehouse when we got the permit.
Mm-hmm.
So we started doing our construction, and then it's been fires.
Then you will have to wait till all the construction is done before the tenant move in and operates for safety reasons.
They ended up moving in with our permit open, so that's why they haven't applied.
Life gets confusing. Anyway, what's the amount per month? It'll continue to accrue 6,600 plus, if you happen to know,
Per diem is 250.
250 per day. All right. Once this all gets determined and there's compliance, you can come back for mitigation.
Okay.
You know that. All right.
I have a question also, there's on the docket for 2727 South Park Road. I don't know if anyone's here. We're also the owner of that.
There-
You want to call that one? What is this?
Yeah, if no one's here representing for 2727 as a tenant, and I just saw it.
368.
1368, and it's on section 7.3 of the agenda.
You want to read it?
Okay, wait. Confirming 99.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. 6,600 plus 250. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let
So
me
you
do-
read it into the record, the confirmation of fine?
Yeah, you got to do a formal pronouncement.
Okay, I'm gonna confirm the fine at $6,600, so it's $250 per day thereafter until there's compliance, and a total amount of $6,600. It'll continue to accrue till there's compliance, and of course, $100 administrative fee. There you go. Thank
Is
you.
there an extension or something that we can put on hold while we try to close these other permits so that the tenant is
And
not?
it's tough enough for me to do one case at a time. You're gonna have to talk to the town people on that one.
Okay.
All right, okay? I just signed off on it, so what they'll do is they'll give you a copy and.
Okay.
Are you ready to read the next case?
Oh, yes,
Okay.
absolutely. You just keep going.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I just write notes, and if I need anything repeated, I'll show that I wasn't listening, so.
No problem. Code Officer Gene Gustin. The next case on agenda is section 7.3, case number 10368. Code Officer Gene Gustin for the town of Pembroke Park, case number 10368. Property owner 2727 South Park Road LLC, tenant Luke Fuel LLC, site address 2727 South Park Road, Pembroke Park, Florida. The formal hearing was sent by certified mail on March 26, 2025, and posted to the property on April 4th, 2025, and Town Hall on April 4th, 2025. The initial inspection date of notice of violation, November 14, 2024. This is a repeated violation relating to case number 4725, and a final order has been entered into the record. The violation is for installation of an auto lift station without a permit. And item 2, camera system installed prior of obtaining a permit. As of March 26, 2025, there was an affidavit of noncompliance. My recommendation is to give 60 days to comply or a daily fine of $350 per day after with a $100 admin fee.
Okay, what would you like to say in this one?
I'm sorry, you said there's cameras installed?
Yeah, when we cited, it was for a camera and for the auto lift station.
The lift station, was that portable lift station?
Not to my knowledge. Let's see.
Because there were cameras there left by the old tenant. I don't know if you've seen they're functioning cameras.
Do you know if the cameras are electrical or plug-ins, Gene?
No. I would have to go out there and verify, because to my understanding, I think the cameras are, if I'm not mistaken, are electrical.
Okay, because not that I'm aware of, but I know there was cameras left from the prior tenant. But they're not functioning. They're not connected. And the station was a portable lift station.
But ma'am, if there weren't permits there, and even if it was a prior tenant, you're the one that's going to be stuck as the owner, or your client will be stuck as the
For the
owner.
cameras, I'm not 100% sure, but I think they were approved when the tenant was there.
Okay,
I'll
well,
have to double check. Because I know we had a lot of permits for 2727. And if they just need to be taken down,
If I may, Mr. Hippler,
sure.
Ms. Wooters, would you be amenable to arranging an inspection with Inspector Gustin? Mm-hmm. Okay.
no.
Then I would suggest that we would just continue this case for 60 days.
Great,
Yeah, I think the
okay.
tenant was actually 5 minutes away from here, but that's fine.
And if you could arrange for that inspection so those things can be verified, and then you can work on your end, and then we can come back in 60 days, and either you can achieve compliance by then, or make any corrections, or if
Yeah.
not, then the case can be closed out if everything's in order.
Perfect.
Or confirm the fine, as we all know, that
Well, no, this one's
a formal, I'm sorry, it's
yeah,
in,
this one's a new hearing.
I got you. Okay, it's under 7. All right.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time? The reason for the continuation?
Well, it would be to allow the inspector to coordinate, go in and verify a lot of the issues that he's having, he's unable to verify today.
Okay.
So just be continued for 60 days.
No problem. Thank you.
Just
Thank
coordinate
you.
that inspection, and then we can either, again,
Okay.
achieve compliance or close it out.
All right.
I can only give you this one, the other one. No, 27, 27. The other continuance, we'll do that.
Okay. Thank you.
And thank you as always, Mr. Sherman, for your help. And
All right. Next case is 7.2-10366. The sign-in is Gustavo Baldo. It's DCT/CE LLC, PROLOGIS tax or retax, 2400 Commercial Center Way. It's like Suite 300, Pembroke Park, Florida. This is a first repeat offense for a repairs and installations made without a permit.
Okay, your names, if you could just tell us.
Gustavo Volado. Good morning.
Are you the owner of the property?
No. I'm the architect.
Okay.
He's the manager of the facility.
What's your name, please, sir?
Sorry.
That's okay.
My name is Gerardo Spina,
And you're the manager?
the manager.
Great. Okay, please, let's hear what the city has to say.
My
Thank you.
apologies for interrupting. I'm sorry, sir. Could you spell out your first and last name?
Yes, GERARDO SPINA.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Code Officer Gene Gustin. The next case on agenda is Section 7.2, case number 10366. Code Officer Gene Gustin for the Town of Pembroke Park, case number 10366. Property owner DCT/CE LLC, PROLOGIS retax, site address 2400 Commerce
Thank
Center Way, Unit 300, Pembroke Park, Florida. The formal hearing was sent by certified mail on April 3rd, 2025, and posted to the property on April 4th, 2025, and Town Hall on April 4th, 2025. The initial inspection date of notice of violation, November 14, 2024. This is a repeated violation relating to case number 7284, and a final order has been entered to the record. The violations for item 1, installation of racking system without a permit. As of April 3rd, 2025, there was an affidavit of noncompliance. My recommendation is to give 30 days to comply or a daily fine amount of $350 per day after with a $100 admin fee.
Okay, what would you like to say?
First, we applied to the building permit to justify the rack installation. The number is 392-06234 at the building department. When the officer came the first time, automatically we start to found records. To be honest, this company works in South Florida for many years, over 15 years, and had different facilities in another cities. I want to say this is the first time somebody requests for a rack installation. They had the same business in other cities. It's no excuse. They don't make this job for no compliance with their requirements. We accept that, and we start in few days after the inspection to try to find the microfilms for the plans and all the antecedents of the building. In fact, Gerardo is in contact by mail with the officer here, and no records in the city. We need to contact the company, the owner. Finally, we found all the records with the original architects. They sent us. We make all the documents and we submit for a permit. For that, we are in process to the review and approve and compliance with comply with the requirements.
Okay. Do you want to add anything, sir?
Just
Okay. Does the town want to, this is a repeat violation, do you want to give them time to comply, or do you want it retroactive to the date of non-compliance?
We can give them time to comply.
Okay, fair enough. I was going to suggest that as well.
Thank you so much.
Okay, that's all right. And what was your time to comply? I know it's $350 a day, you said.
Yes. I know initially said it 30 days. It's due between 45, 60 days.
Okay, you want to go at 60? I mean, I don't have a problem with 30 because, you know.
Yes, let's do the 60.
60, okay. Because when it's a repeat, that means somebody did it beforehand within 5 years, and that's really a no. Okay?
Okay.
All right?
Thank you so much.
Okay, I'm going to find there's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. You have 60 days in which to comply, or it'll be $350 per day thereafter, and it's a $100 cost. All right?
Perfect.
Get it done. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Please don't leave. I have to give you a copy of the order, okay? Thank you.
Yeah, this is this right here, yeah. Okay, great.
Okay, so it's in, okay. Yeah, okay, thank you.
60.
Hey, here's,
Thank you so much.
We're gonna give you a copy of the order, okay? Okay.
Okay. 60 days, 350 per day. Thank you. Great.
Do you want me to call the next case?
Oh, yeah, please, you just keep going.
Yeah. All right.
She'll
It's
catch up.
I know. Absolutely happy to help. 8.6 is and the next on the agenda, case number 9596, Meat Bar Holdings LLC. The sign-in is Mike Zakiri at 2542 Southwest Avenue, Pembroke Park, Florida. It's a hearing to confirm fine for repairs and installations, business tax receipt, permits required.
Good morning.
Good, your name, please, sir?
Mike Zikri.
And how are you related to this case?
I'm a representative for the meat bar, and also I'm the contractor to resolve this violation.
Yeah.
The tax receipt, they have already been paid.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what the town has to say, then I'll let you. Okay, please, sir, thank you.
Code Officer Gene Gustin. The next case on agenda is section 8.6, 9596. Code Officer Gene Gustin for the town of Pembroke Park, case number 9596, property owner Meat Bar Holdings LLC, site address 2542 Southwest 30th Avenue, Pembroke Park, Florida. The hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail on March 25th, 2025, and posted to the property on April 4th, 2025, and Town Hall on April 4th, 2025. The initial inspection date of notice of violation was April 25th, 2024. This is a repeated violation related to case number 9227, and the final order has been entered to the record. The property is still non-compliant, so is the town motion to confirm the fine amount of $19,350.
Okay, do you know how much longer they have to go? I mean, this is just to confirm the fine, but just to educate him, because my really limited jurisdiction, my understanding is to confirm a fine absent compliance. City doesn't even need to necessarily have a hearing, but this one does. And that's the credit of what they want to do, is being fair. So how long are we talking about until there's compliance?
For the tax receipt?
For
No,
everything?
with the,
I have also for the violation for the staircasing.
yes, so basically,
Already applied
when did you submit the permit for that?
this morning.
This morning?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, because with the tax receipt, that's,
Tax receipt, I don't know, I have a copy.
yeah, that's already, yeah, that's already
It's good?
been recognized, yes. So that basically is the work without permit for the staircase.
Yeah, right now, the staircasing, I have applied for it. We provide to Jeffrey the plans and the permit. I have a copy that we.
Okay, you've applied for the permit, but
Yeah,
it's
yes,
not been
sir.
closed out.
No, yeah, we need another time, 30 days.
Okay, no, that's not what we're here for, okay?
Okay,
So what I'm going to do, unless there's anything anybody else has to say, is I'm going to go ahead and confirm the fine at $19,350. What you can do, once there's compliance, once the permit is closed out, once the town is happy and you've complied, then you can come back for a mitigation or reduction of fine, okay?
Yeah.
That's the best I can do, all right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and confirm the fine, $19,350, I believe the town said.
Hold on. This is for 9596?
Yes.
19,000?
Yeah, $19,350.
Wait,
Meat Bar Holding.
Wait,
One moment.
That's okay. That's all right.
Jane,
yes.
I have 14,450. What was the amount that you said?
19, $19,350. Let me double check the system.
Okay.
Yeah. In the system, I have 19,350. I don't know if you can screen. Yeah, you can, if you would like to come see.
The system for 9596 shows me 14,450. Just
Okay, 9596.
yes, sir.
Okay, okay, because they have two cases. My apology. For 9485, that's the amount. For 9596. Yes, for 9596, it'll be 14,450.
You might have been combining them both.
Yeah, because they have two cases.
We'll get to the next one briefly. Okay, it's 14,450. I'm going to confirm the fine based on the evidence in case number 9596, number 8.6, at $14,450.
Okay,
Get compliance, you can go back for reduction down the road.
okay, no problem.
Okay, just wait. We'll call you another, you were here for another case as well, right?
You presenting the next case? Okay.
Okay. Just give us
What's the next case?
9485, section 8.5.
On which address?
That is address 2538, Southwest 30th Avenue.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Code Officer Gene Gustin. The next case on agenda is section 8.5, case number 9485. Code Officer Gene Gustin for the town of Pembroke Park, case number 9485. Property owner Meatball Holding LLC, site address 2538 Southwest 30th Avenue, Pembroke Park, Florida. The hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail on March 25th, 2025, and posted to the property on April 4th, 2025, and Town Hall on April 4th, 2025. This is a repeating violation related to case number 9227, and a final order has been entered into the record. The property is still not in compliance. Is the town motion to confirm the fine amount of $19,350.
Okay, this one also we apply for permit for the violation.
When did you submit the permit application?
They already work on like a few weeks ago. I have the permit number for the violation.
And you haven't received final inspection yet, correct?
It's still a thing under review. I did the 2540. We apply for the violation too. I have a final inspection today.
Okay,
And I have the copy of the permit.
okay. I know this case is for certifying a case. Is up to the chief code officer if she would like to extend because they have a permit on file.
You're confirming a fine?
Yes, but he has a permit application on file. I don't know if we could extend it or,
Where have you been able to review that?
let's see.
No, I'm not talking about today, but been able to
No,
review?
yeah, it has not been, the permit is not in compliance as of yet, no.
Wait,
Have they asked for an extension in the past?
or
Extension,
another, God. Okay.
let's see, I think so. I think this will be the second extension. Yes, this would be the second extension.
And the violation is for a business tax receipt. So which permit are we talking about?
Hold on here. 9485. They came in compliance, let's see here.
They apply for the building permits.
Okay, so upon inspection, yeah, that was for the sanctuary. So they came into compliance, after the fact. So the property is, currently vacant.
So this case is in compliance,
Yeah, it came in compliance after the fact.
but there's a standing file.
Yes, correct.
So no, if it's in compliance, they can't get an extension.
Okay. So they'll have to mitigate after the fact.
It's not necessary at this point.
Got it.
What they can do is mitigate the fine.
Mitigate.
So is it 14,450? Because the last one was 19,350.
Yeah, 9485 is
9485 is 19,350, and the 9596 is,
14,450.
okay, all right, then, did I get them right here? Because I'm looking at 9485, that's 19, okay, so, and then the other one is, okay, great, okay, got it right. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna confirm the fine at the $19,350. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. That's in 9485.
Yes.
9596. It's 14,450.
Correct.
Okay.
You come back for reduction after there's compliance with each case. You can do them both together.
Okay.
Or, one's been complied with, but there's still an outstanding fine.
No problem, we comply.
Okay? All right.
Okay.
The orders are here. Thank you, sir. Take care. Thank you.
Please wait a moment so I can give you a copy.
Right.
The next case is 7.810562.
The next case on agenda is section 7.4.
No, because he doesn't have it. It's for Andres. He signed up. Yeah.
Oh, is
7.810562.
6.2? Case, section 7.8, right? All right.
See 7.8. This is BAM MHC.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Have you been sworn in, sir? Have you been sworn in?
Yeah.
Okay.
One other person came in late. I don't know where they are, or they,
We already heard the case.
we
so-
have, okay. All right.
Code Officer Gene Gustin. The next case on agenda is section 7.8 for case number 10562. Code Officer Gene Gustin for the town of Pembroke Park. Case number 10562, property owner BAM Mobile Home LLC, site address 2430 Charles Road, Pembroke Park, Florida. The formal hearing was sent by certified mail on April 3rd, 2025, and posted to the property on April 4th, 2025, and Town Hall on April 4th, 2025. The initial inspection date of notice of violation was January 23rd, 2025. The violation is for item 1, underground cabling and wiring utility installation without a permit. As of April 3rd, 2025, there was an affidavit of non-compliance. My recommendation is to give between 45 to 60 days to comply, or a daily fine amount of $250 per day after, with a $100 admin fee.
Okay, your name, please, sir?
Andres Barrera.
And how are you related to BAM MHC LLC?
The representative, yes, sir.
You're their representative?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. What would you like to say?
Well, basically, we are the representative on contractors, right? Yeah. Unfortunately, we did the work. We
right.
don't know that we need the permit there. We did fiber optics repair. And yeah, this is why I'm here.
Okay, all right, so, based on the facts, I'm gonna find there's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. You'll have 60 days in which to comply at this final hearing. Did you say $150 a day or 100?
250.
250, all right. 250 per day after the 60 days, so you need to get this thing going, all right?
Yes, sir, that's right. I sent some emails requesting the extension, right? And I got the extension by email about to complete all the permits and everything.
Okay, I'm not sure what you're referring to because it's final hearing. There's also a $100 administrative fee. If I don't say it, it's gonna be in the order. I never refuse to grant it. Anyway, regardless of that,
Extension request to the building department or the code compliance department?
Oh, to Gene Gustin?
Yes, basically communication, he was asking for 30 days or so whatnot. So I told him that during the hearing, with the final order, he'll be given time to comply.
Okay.
So basically, Mr. Hibbler here agreed for 60 days. So he has 60 days. This is the first time this case is being heard.
Okay. So you understand that? The extension is being granted today?
Okay.
which means that you have 60 days, not 30 days to comply,
days. Okay.
or 250 per day thereafter.
Okay.
All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, get it done.
Okay, awesome. Thank
The
you.
$100 cost administrative. It's going to be signed here, so don't leave, all right?
Okay.
Within 60 days. There you go. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Hibbler, for the record, I believe that takes care of everyone who signed in,
Okay.
and the only people in the room remaining are city staff, town staff.
Okay, then let's go. Let's start
Okay.
jogging a little faster here.
This is section 7.4. Next case on agenda is section 7.4, case number 10381. Code Officer Gene Gustin for the town of Pembroke, case number 10381, property owner Sylvain Bandu, site address 3120 Carolina Street, Pembroke, Florida. The formal hearing was sent by certified mail on March 26, 2025, and posted to the property on April 4th, 2025, and Town Hall on April 4th, 2025. The initial inspection date of notice of violation, NOV, was November 20th, 2024. The violation is for item 1, demolition of pool deck without a building permit. There was an affidavit of non-compliance. My recommendation is to give 30 days to comply or daily fine amount of $100 per day after with a $100 admin fee.
Okay, the respondent was duly noticed either by the posting and/or sending by certified mail. Did they sign the green card or whatever it is these days?
Let me see, double check.
And I would suggest 90 days.
90 days?
Have to replace a whole pool deck.
Okay, so 90 days, Mr. Hippler, please.
Okay, 90 days, that's quite all right. But they were duly noticed,
Yes, sent by certified mail.
right, and they accepted, did they sign off?
Hold on here. By any chance, do you have the case file to see if they signed the green card?
Yeah.
I can get the case file, it's not a problem.
Okay, was it posted there?
Yes, it was posted.
I'll put it on the screen.
Okay, if it was posted, that might assume that they did not sign. But if it's posted, they're on notice, that's good enough. I'm going with it. Plus,
I
you're,
mean, we could see if they had a,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, signed it, yeah,
definitely
okay. Yeah,
We're satisfied for notice?
yeah, I just want to confirm that
Okay.
because they're not
I think
here.
this is
He
from-
signed and it was posted as well.
The current? Is that the current? Yeah, that's the HOA,
Great.
the park manager.
Okay, I'm gonna find your substantial competent evidence that were duly noticed 162 Florida statutes, and 90 days to comply or $100 per day thereafter and a $100 administrative fee. Thank you.
Next case on the agenda is Section 6, case number 10407, Code Officer Gene Gustin for the Town of Pembroke Park, case number 10407, property owner Law Hollandale 30 LC, tenant Lazy Chef Restaurant Equipment, site address 2954 Southwest 30th Avenue, Pembroke Park, Florida. The formal hearing was sent by certified mail on March 26, 2025, and posted to the property on April 4th, 2025, and Town Hall on April 4th, 2025. The initial inspection date of notice of violation was sent on December 3rd, 2024. This is a repeated violation relating to case of final order has been entered into the record. The violation is for item 1, operating without a business tax receipt. Item 2, business tax receipt, business tax receipt and license inspection not scheduled. Item 3, business license not displayed in the inside the business unit. Item 4, racking system installed without a permit. As of March 12, 2026, there was an affidavit of non-compliance. My recommendation is to give between 60 and 90 days to comply or a daily fine amount of $350 per day after with a $100 admin fee. I did make communication with the tenant and the property owner, and they're trying to work on it, on the item.
Okay, what's the city's price, 60 or 90?
90.
90 days? Okay, go with 90 days. All right, I'll listen to the evidence. They've been duly noticed. And I'm going to find your substantial competent evidence supports C's position. They'll have 90 days which to comply or $350 per day thereafter and a $100 administrative fee. Thank you.
Next case on the agenda is Section 7.7, case number 10517. Code Officer Gene Gustin for the Town of Pembroke Park, case number 10517. Property owner Grisetta Nadu Gosselin, Claude Gosselin, Annie Gosselin, and Andre Gosselin. Site address 3100 West Hollandale Beach Boulevard, 809 8th Street, Pembroke Park, Florida. The formal hearing was sent by certified mail on March 26, 2025. And posted on the property April 4th, 2025, and Town Hall on April 4th, 2025. The initial inspection date of notice of violation was January 8, 2025. The violation is for item 1, electrical exposed circuit meter box, posing hazard, immediate health and safety concern. Item 2, electrical hookup and alteration to the meter box and installation was observed done without a permit. As of March 26, 2025, there was an affidavit of non-compliance. My recommendation is to give 30 days to comply or a daily fine amount of $100 per day after with a $100 admin fee.
Okay, 30 days acceptable to the town?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Listen to the evidence. They've been duly noticed, 162 Florida statutes. They'll have 30 days in which to comply or $100 per day thereafter, and it'll be a $100 administrative fee. Thank you.
Next case on the agenda is section 7.9, case number 10615. Code Officer Gene Gustin for the Town of Pembroke Park, case number 10615. Property owner June Holla LLC, tenant Sherman Williams, site address 3125 John P. Kersey Drive, Bay Unit 1, Pembroke Park, Florida. The formal hearing was sent by certified mail on March 27, 2025, and posted to the property on April 4th, 2025, and Town Hall on April 4th, 2025. The initial inspection date of notice of violation was February 3rd, 2025. This is a repeated violation relating to case number 9377, and the final order has been entered to the record. The violations for item 1, hung banner on the property. Item 2, installation of a racking system without a permit. On March 27th, 2025, there was an affidavit of non-compliance, but there's a permit application that was submitted for the banner sign, flat wall sign, and also for the racking system. So my recommendation is to give 90 days to comply or a daily fine amount of $350 per day after with a $100 admin fee.
Okay. I've listened to the evidence. They've been duly noticed in accordance with 162 Florida statutes. They're not here today, but they've been noticed. There's substantial competent evidence supports city's position. They'll have 90 days in which to comply or $350 per day thereafter. Thank you, and a $100 administrative fee.
30 days?
No, 90.
90? Okay.
Yeah, I did say 90, yeah.
Yes, you did.
Okay, it's in the order. No, it's okay. You know, the hearings sometimes, I don't sit close enough. Somebody doesn't sit close enough. It just happens, so it's okay. It's all right.
Next case on agenda is section 7.11, case number 10669. Code Officer Gene Gustin for the Town of Pembroke Park, case number 10669. Property owner Hollandale Retail LLC, tenant Four Season Manufactured Home Sales, site address 2940 Country Club Lane, Pembroke Park, Florida. The formal hearing was sent by certified mail on April 1st, 2025, and posted to the property on April 4th, 2025, and Town Hall on April 4th, 2025. The initial inspection date, notice of violation, was February 18th, 2025. The violation is for item 1, operating without a business tax receipt and certificate of use. Item 2, business tax receipt, license, and certificate of use not yet scheduled. Item 3, business license not displayed inside the business. As of April 1st, 2025, there was an affidavit of non-compliance. My recommendation is to give 30 days to comply or a daily fine amount of $250 per day after with a $100 admin fee.
Okay, 30 days enough time? That's okay,
Yes.
great. Okay, 30 days it is. I've listened to the evidence. There's substantial competent evidence supports city's position. There's been due notice under 162 Florida statutes. They'll have 30 days in which to comply or $250 per day thereafter. Thank you.
Next case on the agenda is section 7.12, case number 10675. Code Officer Gene Gustin for the Town of Pembroke Park, case number 10675. Property owner Hollandale Retail LLC, tenant Galore Aesthetic Beauty Lounge, site address 3050 Country Club Lane, Pembroke Park, Florida. The formal hearing was sent by certified mail on April 4th, 2025, and posted to the property on April 4th, 2025. and Town Hall on April 4th, 2025. The initial inspection date of notice of violation was February 18, 2025. This is a repeated violation relating to case number 4467, and a final order has been entered into the record. The violation is for item 1, Gloria Aesthetic Beauty Lounge operating without a business tax receipt. Item 2, the business tax receipt and certificate of use has not been obtained. As of April 4th, 2025, there was an affidavit of noncompliance. You have 30 days to comply, or a daily fine amount of $350 per day after, with a $100 admin fee.
Okay, I've listened to the evidence in this case. There's been due notice given pursuant to 162 Florida statutes. That will have substantial competent evidence supports city's position. They'll have 30 days in which to comply, or $350 per day thereafter. Great.
Next case on the agenda is section 8.1, case number 6720, Code Officer Gene Gustin for the Town of Pembroke Park. Case number 6720, property owner Hyeno Cruz, Mary Patterson, site address 3140 West Hollandale Beach Boulevard, Unit 520, Pembroke Park, Florida. The hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail on March 25th, 2025, and posted to the property on April 4th, 2025, and Town Hall on April 4th, 2025. The initial inspection date of notice of violation was February 4th, 2022. The property is still not in compliance, so is the town motion to confirm the fine amount of $12,000.
Okay, I've listened to the evidence, and they've been given due notice, Florida statutes 162, and I'm going to confirm the fine.
Wait, confirm the fine. Wait, give me a second, Mr. Hipper.
Yeah, supplement code compliance lien.
The confirmation of fine will be $6,000.
Right. Okay.
Wait, hold on a second.
Yeah, this says
It
12,000.
says 12,000, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we're still on 6720.
6720.
6720.
The system is wrong. So if you're going by the system,
Oh, okay. So 12,000. Okay, so I was right the first time. My apology.
All right, so it's
it's correct.
okay. 90 order that shall comply within 90 days. Hold on.
Yeah, Jane, if you turn around, you look at the invoice.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so it's 12 or 6?
12,000.
12, okay. And they continue on at $100 a day. Okay, I'm going to confirm the fine based on the evidence. They've been duly noticed. 162 Florida statutes, if I already didn't say that, and if I did, I'll repeat myself. Confirm fine $12,000. They'll continue to run until there's compliance. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, give me a second here.
Next case.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a second here. The next case on agenda is section 8.2, case number 7001, Code Officer Gene Gustin for the town of Pembroke Park, case number 7001, property owner BAM MHC LLC, tenant Jose Marina Brooke and Kevin Andrew Brooke, site address 2316 Charles Road, Pembroke Park, Florida. The hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail on March 26, 2025, and posted to the property on April 4th, 2025, in Town Hall on April 4th, 2025. The initial inspection date, notice of violation, April 29, 2022. The confirmation of fine, the property,
We're on 7001.
yes,
Yeah, they've requested a mitigation. Remember?
yes, they did.
So that's what we're presenting.
Okay. The respondent had entered a mitigation with the town. The town does not oppose to enter a mitigation.
Okay, and that's $1,560.
$60, yes.
Okay, all right, so it's a mitigation. It's set for confirmed fine, but it's a mitigation, so, and agreed to. So it'll be that $1,560 even. How long do you want to give them to pay, or was that part of it? 30 days, or?
Did Tone mention anything?
Let me see her email. Hold on here.
I just noticed that this particular case was not part of the deferral.
Yeah.
So, and the modifications.
Okay,
So it should have been added there. This was originally, case 7001 was originally for a confirmation of fine. However, we got a request for mitigation yesterday. So we're presenting it as a mitigation today. And we'll make sure to amend that clerical error.
okay, and they requested it, right?
Correct.
Okay, so even though they're not here, they've in essence more than acquiesced. They want the mitigation. They want to be done with it. So what I'm inclined to do is just give them 30 days to pay. It's not that much. I mean, that's okay in that way. $1,560 payable
Yes.
within 30 days. And if they don't pay within the 30 days, then it reverts back to the original amount. Just get it to them as soon as possible if you can, and
Next case on agenda is section 8.4, case number 9222, Code Officer Gene Gustin for the town of Pembroke Park, case number 9222, property owner Tops Properties LLC, site address 2601 John P. Lyons Lane, Pembroke Park, Florida. The hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail on March 25th, 2025, and posted to the property on April 4th, 2025, and Town Hall on April 4th, 2025. The initial inspection date of notice of violation was January 23rd, 2024. This is a repeated violation to relating case number 7787, and the final order has been entered to the record. The property is still not compliant, so is a town motion to confirm the fine amount of $20,147. Hold on here.
okay. All right, I'm gonna.
Again, this also had to be added to the agenda. I sent an email that the attorney requested a continuance for
A
this.
continuance.
So again, I don't see it on the modifications. It should have been added on there. And we are going to continue the case as we had discussed with the attorney.
Okay.
Okay, this is for 9222 8.4. Okay, fair enough. I'll continue it for how many days? 30, 60 days? You tell me.
60 days.
60 days.
Yes, for case number 9222.
Yeah, 9222, great. Okay, continued for 60 days.
That's the order you have, right, Mara? The continuance?
Yes.
Next case on the agenda is section 8.8, case number 10390. Code Officer Gene Gustin for the Town of Pembroke Park, case number 103960. Property owner Parcel F LLC, site address. Where is the site address here? Carolina Street, Pembroke Park, Florida, 3309. The confirmation of fine was sent by certified mail on March 24, 2025, and posted to the property on April 4th, 2025, and Town Hall on April 4th, 2025. The initial inspection date of notice of violation was November 25th, 2024. Is the town, the property is still non-compliant, so is the town motion to confirm the fine amount of $6,600.
Okay. All right, I've listened to the evidence. I'm going to confirm the fine, and they've been duly noticed in accordance with 162 Florida statutes. $6,600 continue to run until.
Okay, now, let's see this one.
Yeah. That one I can do, that the continuance, great. Okay. Great, thank you. Oh.
The next case on the agenda is section 9.1, case number 9976, Code Officer Gene Gustin for the Town of Pembroke Park, case number 9976, property owner Darren Rudnick, property site address 2311 Southwest 30th Court, Pembroke Park, Florida.
Quick.
The hearing to extend time
Well, you don't need to try hard.
was sent by, let's see here. Was requested on January 1st, 2025, and was posted on the property April 4th, 2025, and Town Hall on April 4th, 2025. The initial inspection date, notice of violation, was August 5th, 2024. The respondent requested 90 days. The city doesn't impose the 90-day extension of time.
Okay, so it's agreeable to hearing to extend the time for 90?
Yes, and Mr. Hippler, when we extend the time, will it start from the final order date, or will it start from today?
Well, usually it's from the amended order. I mean, my notion is to put pressure on people and not sit back is, it may be better to consider that's something staff can decide on, to just, rather than have an amended final order, which starts it new, just continue the case. That way the fine continues to run from the initial final order.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, to extend the time, and you can do it either way. It
Okay.
used to be if an extension of time was granted, then that was granted, and what accrued, it was moot. I don't like that position personally, but it's not my city, okay? It's what the city wants to do, all right? So, any input from you,
Just for clarification, and just so staff can clarify the request and the agreement that was made, obviously you are correct. I mean, as far as an extension of time, it could be considered just a continuance of the case. So if we
Right.
just continue this hearing, nothing changes, you don't, or you can amend the previous final order and give a new
I
compliance date.
apologize.
Yes, I would like
I'm
to
going to
amend
castigate
the order.
myself here, so, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
So as far as when we clarify the order, those are really the two requests, either just to continue the hearing and everything stays in place, we move it to another day, or we amend the final order to amend the compliance date. And what is your request?
Amend it to 90 days.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to amend the request from the town is to amend the original final order to grant the additional 90 days from when? From today?
Correct.
From today.
All right. But in the future, consider, my notion is doing away with the amended final orders, continue it. They can come back and you can increase the mitigation amount ultimately, depending on what the city wants to do and what the magistrate wants to do. All right, you follow? I mean,
Yes, no, I
there's no right or wrong way to do it, but I know in the beginning when I started here and I deferred to the chair, which is it would be an amended order rather than have it continued and let it accrue. When it accrues, it puts more pressure on, I don't want to see these people run up large fees. Who does in their right mind? Many probably. I don't, okay? So, but it puts pressure on them to comply, and otherwise, if you start fresh, well, the way the ball game runs, so. All right, but this one's the amended final order.
Yes.
I'll defer to what both of you want to do, all right?
Yes,
So-
extension of time, 90 days.
Right, within 90 days, and what's the per diem? Did you say 100?
It was, I believe, 100. Let's see.
What, just double check, because that I didn't write down.
We decided on 60?
Yeah.
We decided 60 days?
Oh, no, 90 days, and we're trying to figure out whether it's 100 or whatever amount.
Yes, hold on here.
Well, you can also just say that all of
Yes, it was 100.
Yeah, go ahead, yeah, please.
I was going to say, because also you could say that we're only adjusting the amount and all aspects of the previous order remain in place.
Right, okay. And that too, as the city attorney suggested, it continues to run. It's still an amended final order. It's as if there was no final order. It's the amended one. But that's something you two discuss. Whatever you want to do is okay with me. I just, I think we all wish that we could wave a magic wand and everybody would comply, but that would do away with your jobs. So I don't know if you could do that. So, but the point is that just think about those two options. It's up to you and the chair, okay?
Well, when we amend the final order, then at that point, it's not as a matter of the final order is gone, but it's then you have a new order.
Right.
What that does do is, of course, if with the agreement of the residents, as far as the fines and fees, again, obviously they know that that's gone. But as far as, bless you, as far as the any other issues, but I think what you're concerned about, what you're alluding to, and you would be correct, is that it is a new final order.
Right.
Right. So at that point, it does start. Anytime you have a new order, fresh,
Yeah.
then you have a fresh 30 days to appeal as well.
Right, exactly, that too, okay. So you decide on that status quo or, continue the cases, and they can come back and, depending on what the mitigation is, well, not for financial reasons, but it's to wake them up and get them to get it done. Anyway, enough about, any further business?
Quick question.
Yeah, sure.
Did we give oral pronouncement on 7001?
Yeah, that was the abatement. It was,
Yes.
1250, 1560 payable within 30 days. Okay,
If not, it reverts back
yeah.
to the original
Right.
amount.
Okay, did you put that, did it reverts? Oh, it's
Yeah,
on
it's
the
on the
back,
Jane, that concludes all your cases.
Right.
Yes, that concludes all my cases.
Yes, okay. Okay, great. Okay, very good. Good job, everyone, as always, including our well-knowledgeable city attorney who keeps everyone on the ball.
Okay.
And Mr. Jean, too, and you, too, of course, and, or sort of new person. All right, anything else? No, see you next time, all right?
Okay.
Thank you, take care.
Thank you.
Meeting adjourned at 10:40.
Yeah.